Now, this is certainly some exciting news. Todd Mcfarlane is actually partnering up with Kickstarter to remaster the original Spawn and comic book on their platform. So, since 25 years ago, we finally have an update to the overall look, body, and also sculpt to the classic Spawn. And there's going to be 3 different projects that you can back here, so I'm going to go into those details very quickly. But let's talk about in terms of the design, the sculpt, and the articulation. Definitely a lot of thought has been put into it, and obviously Todd is giving this entire design of Spawn a modern needed look. The first project you can back is of course the classic Spawn. You still get the old original art cover, but the figure itself has been redesigned, updated to the modern figure that we see in the market today. And obviously let's talk about the sculpt and the finishing. I would say that the sculpt is definitely a lot more realistic. You get all the muscular tones of Spawn, and if you look at the cape as well, I really like the darker, deeper red color tone they've used for the cape this time around. And definitely there's a lot more how do I say, the texture that's being used for the cape design for this classic Spawn. Definitely worth getting if you're a big Spawn fan, because it's been a while since we get an update to this Spawn action figure. Next up is the modern Spawn. Overall, the color design is a little bit different, and I think even the cape as well, there's a little bit more darker black shading, shadow shading onto the cape, but the face sculpt is something that I really like. And you also actually get a new art cover together with that as well. And finally, we have the Artist Pro Spawn. So this is in black and white. So for those of you who love to paint your own figures, this is probably the one that you should get. But if you ask me, hey, why don't you go and get the entire 3-pack trilogies with the 2 new hits? So you get everything included together with Todd Mcfarlane's signature nameplate. So if you're a big fan of Spawn, I think this is something that you definitely need to get. As for me, well, I'm actually quite keen to get this, but to be frank, with the entire COVID-19 and unfortunately the economic situation, with the high US currency, it's really prohibiting me from getting this figure on Kickstarter at the moment. But for those of you guys who can afford it, I think you should definitely get it. There's quite a bit of difference between the modern and also the classic Spawn, but to me, I think the black and white Spawn is something that's actually quite unique that you should really get. So it's already on Kickstarter now. I'll put the links down below. So if you guys are a big fan of Spawn, go and back the project now and support Todd Mcfarlane. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you guys are like me, who are big fans of Spawn as well, and how big is your Spawn action figure collection. Love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below, and thank you guys for watching as usual.